Hey guys, it's Jordan from Guns and Cars. I wanted to show you the Mark 18 clone build. It's not a 100% clone build or anything. It's a pistol, obviously. Got a pistol brace here, and I just wanted to show it off to you guys. And without further ado, let's get right to it. This is a Palmetto State Armory upper and lower. The hand guard, it's supposed to be a Daniel Defense wrist 2 rail. This one is actually, it is that, but it is a Chinese knockoff, so it's not a 100% thing. And I'm running a Ballistic Advantage 10.5 inch barrel. I know you're supposed to run a 10.3, but I couldn't find any at the time, and I kind of just ran with it. I still like the look anyways. It's still pretty cool. I like the short and compactness with it. It's very light and maneuverable, not too heavy. So at the muzzle end, we have a YHM birdcage style flash hider slash it's a suppressor mounts. It's kind of like a spring-loaded thing, and it has this lip, and it kind of springs back, and you twist it on, and it locks in place pretty nice and sturdy. I've got an old school EOTech L3 522 or 552, sorry. It's a night vision compatible, old school, real military one. I got that on eBay for about, I think, $200. Pretty decent deal, and it still works. The only thing I had to change was the battery compartment storage thing. The springs gave out, so I had to buy a new one, which they still make those for these anyways, so that wasn't even a problem. So, trigger. I've got a Fostech Echo Sport. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me take this off so you can see. Fostech Echo Sport trigger. Oh, let's see. Yep, you see it's got the paddle at the bottom there, and you can flip it to either side like that or that. I've got a cheapo kind of sling I kind of rigged together, but I really like it actually. It's actually really comfortable. One of my favorite slings that I have on my ARs. I kind of set it up perfectly for me. I really like this lower. It's a military type of lower because it's an M4 carbine from Palmetto State Armory. So it's got safe, semi, and burst. If you guys can see that. If this light will do me justice. I can't really see it. Anyways, so I've got a lot of people like name brand stuff, but I'm not really one of them. If I find something almost exactly the same that's made maybe in China or a cheaper type of deal like that, I'm gonna run it. So these are supposed to be Knight's Armament taupe sights, flip up sights. I got some off of AliExpress for like 25 bucks for the pair, and I haven't had any issues with them. I take that back. On the front sight, it's a little bit wobbly. You see how it's kind of like not staying 100% forward? It'll stay up, and I bent the little spring in there so it will stay up no matter what it gets snagged on. But I just don't like how it's flopping around like that. But I don't really intend to use my backup sights too often, or if I do, this will be enough for the situation. So I find some new batteries for my EOTech or something. The rear sight actually is pretty solid. I mean, that's got to be as good as the original. I mean, it locks in place with the positive detent and everything. And at the back end, we got a SB Tactical A4 brace, I believe. I chose this one because it actually looks like the Mark 18 SOP mod type of stock. And this is the closest thing you could probably find that looks like that. That's a brace. So I went with that, and I went with the Magpul tan to kind of complete it, the magazine. And I always like this type of tan look. I always wanted an AR that's pretty much completely tan or black and tan like this. I always wanted that. So um, bolt carrier, nothing fancy. If you go on, you can find around, like look around and find some cheap bolt carriers from places. I found some on this really cheap AR building site. I forget the name what it is, but I'll leave it in the bio, my description there on what it is. But it was like I think a $56 bolt carrier, and I haven't had any issues with it. A bolt carrier is a bolt carrier, really. If you lube it, clean it, maybe if you find a really cheap one that's you think it's kind of skeptical, clean it after every time you shoot it, and I doubt anything will go wrong with it as long as you have, you know, your pins where you're supposed to be. It's captured pins and stuff. It shouldn't walk free and loose on you. It should work. I got a knockoff BCM type of pistol grip. I really like that. It's really comfortable. I don't like A2s because of the finger nub. It's very, it hurts my hand. Like after a while holding these things, they can be very heavy if you hold it for like an hour or so or more. I can only imagine how the military, how those soldiers do it. It's crazy how they do it, but this one's very comfortable. I can point it nice and easy. I can manipulate this nice and easy. You know, the sights do work. My UTech works. So this is kind of a budget Mk18 Mod 1 build, or yeah, Mod 1. And it works just for me. There's nothing wrong. I even staked the castle nut at the back there. So this is kind of my home defense. What was that kind of gun? I've got the binary function, so if things do get hairy, I can spray. A quick rate of fire. Something like this, you don't need a lot of thrills. You don't need gadgets. The last thing I want to put on here is maybe a tack light and maybe an upgraded EOTech, and that's about it. And I'll keep it, you know, I'll try to go with the actual Mk18 from the program type of optics and stuff, lights and lasers and stuff. So I kind of just want to leave it how it is, maybe add a couple things, and that's it. I hope you guys liked the video. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification button if you want to see the next one. Bye.